go.
Why don't you want to string?
It's yours?
Oh, it's mine. It's not mine. Okay.
I'll catch up. I gotta put my mask on.
Okay. I'll walk slow. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just want to put my thermos on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard it. Oh, like you did something wrong.
Yeah, I didn't put the water on.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. So here we are. I don't know if anybody's with us, but I'm going to talk anyhow. We are obviously in World Showcase. We both just ate. What was the name of your booth again?
Citrus Blossom.
Citrus Blossom. Yeah, they had a lobster, a small lobster, and a small lobster tail, and also some sort of chicken dish with citrus, obviously.
Crispy citrus chicken.
Crispy citrus chicken, both pretty good. It was a breaded chicken with some citrus flavoring, and that was pretty good. I had the jerk chicken from the islands of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, depending on what accent you put on the syllable.
I don't care, I just want to tell them, hey, the passion flower.
You want to get passion, babe?
And tea infused with
Lemon vodka. Ooh. Hey, Joe. Joe's on.
Buddy.
The incredible Ash is on.
Didn't we go something at Earth Eats last year, but it was over by...
Earth Eats is vegan, I think. Isn't it? I don't think we do vegan. Oh, let's look. I don't think they do meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we need to move away here.
Well, it's where it narrows. The walkway narrows here. Ribeye taco, pork tostada. Nah, we just had Mexican last night. Besides, I'm full. I don't eat anything else. I can eat. Next all I eat is at the airport, probably. Just wondering what I could eat at the airport. I'm trying to think. What would I eat at the airport?
For the health and safety,
The great and wonderful eye.
face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, I was going to say, let's do Grand Fiesta, but it looks like you have to wait to get in the pavilion.
Oh, look at that, yeah. Look at that. Wow. So if you can look up there.
The margaritas have a big line.
Yeah, well, it's a hot day. Look at the margarita. Yeah, that's a big line. Yeah. So is the Mexican Pavilion here. So you can look at it up there. There's people waiting to get inside the Mexican Pavilion. Just to get inside the pavilion. Not the ride. Just to get inside the pavilion. There's a line outside to get in. They have to wait until the crowd reduces a little bit. They look like they're getting in fairly well. But that Mexican Pavilion is pretty popular, so I understand that. But this place has never been open for lunch, has it? I don't think so either.
Maybe if we have time,
Yeah.
we can go see the Beauty and the Beast thing so we can talk about how late it is.
What Beauty and the Beast thing? Oh, at the French movie place? We'll see. It's going to be a really It's gonna be,
Oh my
yeah.
God, do you think our lady's seen those little running things? Oh my God, that's so cool.
I don't know. I'm sure she has. I mean, she's here all the time. I'm sure she has. Well, as people who ever follow me on the streaming on the last day, this is our last day. I'm always at World Showcase. But here's the deal. The French movie isn't on until tonight. They don't show it until the nighttime, and I'm not going to be here. We have to leave. We're getting picked up by Tragical Express at 3:15, so I can't do the French movie. But, yay, the China movie is playing right now. So those are the two movies I always did. So we're going to do the China film. Whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, that's my tradition, and I'm sticking with it. I'm going to have one of my traditions on the last day. Just one, though. Because, honestly, after that, I'm not too sure how much time we're going to have left to do anything else. Except head back to the resort. Depending on when the movie starts and stuff. Because we have to give ourselves 20 to a half hour to get back to the resort. We want to be back by 3. Get our luggage. We have to get our luggage out of storage. For the bus picking us up at 3:15. So, that would be a good thing. Well, I'll tell you, the food, after I was in line, I was only the second one in line when I got in line. But after I got in line, a whole mess of people went and got in behind me. And the line became really long. Yeah. This here? Here? Wow, this is the frozen line here? Holy colada. Oh no, the line starts there. That's not the frozen line, is it? Oh yeah, there she is. Well, there it is. The frozen line's already backed up all the way to China. You gotta go to China to go to Norway. You gotta go through China first. What do you think, Jeff? Oh boy, that breeze has picked up again, hasn't it? Feels great. The winds, to say the least, have been variable today, from nothing at all to very breezy. Right now it's fairly breezy, and that usually means here it's going to rain a little bit. It looks like it might. I'm hoping it rains while we are in. You know what's weird, by the way? Just an aside, it's weird going to the booths and you don't see the foreign exchange folks, you know, here. None of them are here, dressed in the traditional garb. Most of them are the regular CMs, mostly American CMs that work in here with the, those World Showcase shirts, the red ones with all the flags on it, like that one up there. So, kind of miss that. Oh yeah, the restrictions are, restrictions. I miss the fireworks. I do miss that. I understand why we don't have them, but I miss them. I miss the boats at Boardwalk a lot. I missed it a lot when I was walking over to Epcot, over to Hollywood Studios the other day. How you doing, man?
Welcome. Our next show will begin in 8 minutes.
Thank you. 8 minutes. Okay, this is one of my favorite places here. Is inside here. Looking up there. That's what I love. I know Fizz calls World Showcase a giant. What does Fizz call a giant food? What? What does Fizz call World Showcase now? Well, a mall, food mall. He calls it World Showcase a giant food mall. And I said, number one, as long as they feature food from the countries, I'm okay with that. Number two, this is not a food mall. The individual showcases are fantastic. Some of them are more beautiful than the next. This place is special though. This is a special spot. It really is. It's just amazing. Amazingly beautiful. The restaurant here is gorgeous too. The food is, yeah. I think it's better than it used to be, but still not all that great. But this area is magnificent. You just can't see that everywhere, you know? Except China. You can see it there. This, it's like a layer after layer look, you know? And then you go all the way to the top, you know? It's just absolutely stunning. What's this over here? I guess it's a lawn advertising here. Oh, it's the Kid Cot. Look at what they did. They put them in those individual bags for Kid Cot, and kids can take them with them, I guess. They can't hang around and do them here, but they can take them with them and do them in their room, which I think is kind of nice. It's better than nothing, I guess, huh? I don't know if the other places are doing that. I hadn't noticed, but I'm guessing they probably do. All the other countries that have Kid Cot do it too, that way, I'm sure. Well, sure if you want. We got 8 minutes, right? So, they still have the Shanghai Disney display here. Personally, I agree, John, it is. It's truly one of the more stunning pavilions. Yeah, it's some beautiful, beautiful pavilion. It's just stunning. Like I said, I use the word stunning a lot. Not a lot, but I use it a lot on this particular area. It's really spectacular.
All stuff for the Chinese.
Japan, but not China. See, that's not the only thing in China. It's obvious. When I went to a presentation once, and it was one of the astronauts. I'm trying to remember who it was. Shara, maybe? I'm not sure. But he said, no, you can't from space. This thing you can see it, but the only thing you can see from space is the Great Wall. He said, not see, make out first. And then you're not as far out as the Grand Canyon. You can see from space sometimes. But that's, again, closer in than most orbits are. So he said you can, pretend you see it maybe. Maybe people think they see it, but they don't. That's what he said anyhow. He was up there, so I figure he knows what he's talking about. And, I don't know, John, have you been to Shanghai Disney? I don't think you have been there, have you? I know you went to Paris. I'm not sure if you've been to Shanghai, but I wouldn't mind going to Shanghai. That looks like a neat place. Looks like a really cool place. I just like to go. I wouldn't mind going to China at all. I'd love to go to China.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Reflections of China. In just a couple minutes, we'll be starting our show in our theater. Before we do, a couple of quick reminders. Face coverings must be worn at all times unless you are stationary and actively eating or drinking. Wash your hands often and thoroughly.
We're not supposed to eat in there, are we? I don't think you're supposed to eat in there.
We have one provided here in the lobby of our show and a couple at the end.
Look at that. Shanghai has a hub. Looks like a familiar kind of arrangement.
Get a better view of places like Tiananmen Square, the Great Wall, Shanghai, Macau, and of course, Hong Kong. Now, when we open the doors of our theater, we ask you to stay behind the yellow seats until the doors are fully open. Once they are, you'll notice that some of the rows have
Telling me something here.
When you go down the open rows,
That helps us on
markers there.
Yeah, okay, then I'm good.
Segment each row to accommodate 4 guests in the open sections. Now, if your party is bigger than 4, it means you probably need 2 sections. Now, it doesn't look the doors will be opening.
Here we go, babe.
And ladies and gentlemen, step right this way and welcome to Reflections of China. anybody in this gallery would like to join us, now would be a good time.
Assigned seats. So here we are, a lovely movie. It's in the round, I think. Absolutely fantastic movie.
Due to the nature of this program, there are parts where you may actually feel like you're moving. Don't worry, you're not. But just in case, we provide you these lean rails to steady yourselves. Now, they are only good for leaning, so please do not sit on them or put your kids on top, because they weren't designed for that. If you do need to leave during our show, our exit doors are right over there. Walk over there and we'll let you out with no hard feelings. Also, face coverings must be worn at all times during the show, so unfortunately that also means that eating and drinking are both impossible and prohibited. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Reflections of China.
Thank you. They didn't say anything about photography. Huh.
Ah, China. When one thinks of this magnificent country, one cannot help but envision the Wanli Changcheng, the Great Wall. It once stretched like a mighty dragon across 4,000 miles of China. Welcome. I am Li Bai, a poet of the Tang Dynasty, and I have returned to share with you reflections of my beloved China. Like this great wall, it winds like a road across timeless landscapes, but one can also find landscapes that are ever changing. Shanghai, a city forever reinventing itself. Vibrant, sophisticated, romantic. As Shanghai reflects modern China, historic Nanjing Road reflects modern Shanghai. Set your gaze across the Huangpu River, and you will find a new China that reaches for the sky. Yet in this city of East meets West, one can still find treasures of Shanghai's stately European influence. Even in the hectic pace of modern China, there is always time for Tai Chi, a a tradition that has endured for centuries. Up here on Huangshan, at the Sea of Clouds, painters and poets like myself have been inspired for generations. In China, we say a poem in every painting, and a painting in every poem. We have had a long history. Much of it has been recorded in this fashion. However, it may be said that the history of the Chinese people is not written in ink, but with when Marco Polo traveled this way, he called Suzhou the Venice of the East. I suppose if I had traveled to Europe, they would now call Venice the Suzhou of the West. So vast is China that even within her borders are many exotic lands and contrasts. From the serenity of Heavenly Lake to the busy night market of Urumqi. Here one discovers that Xinjiang province is home to many ethnic peoples with their own unique customs and their own unique cuisines. One still finds travelers on the ancient Silk Road, the same road that over 700 years ago brought Marco Polo to these very gates. The gates of Jiayuguan, the extreme western end of the Great Wall. A visit to Inner Mongolia shows us a reflection of an earlier time. Here, the nomadic people still live much as they always have. Far to the south is Yunnan province, home to many of China's national minorities. The cultures of this province are as diverse as the landscape, like the Shilin Stone Forest, one of nature's unique wonders. In the far northeast is Heilongjiang. Although winter here can last 6 months, the people celebrate by carving magical sculptures of ice. Everywhere one sees our history. Ancient treasures, like the 9-dragon screen, reflect our traditions. Dragons were a powerful symbol of the Emperor's authority. Tombs of China's emperors have been watched over by these remarkable warriors of terracotta and these figures of stone. And for 800 years, this intersection of 3 rivers has been protected by a silent sentinel, the giant Buddha of Nishan. One can find a living legacy of China's past in the world's famous Peking Opera. In the center of Beijing is perhaps China's greatest legacy, the Forbidden City. Imagine courtyards that could hold 100,000 members of the imperial court. For 500 years, this vast walled city was the home of 24 emperors, the sons of heaven. But today, all the world can pass through this gate. Tiananmen Square. To stand here is to stand at the heart of China. Beihai Park was once a playground for the emperor, but now it is a playground for all of China. I have brought you to a place of unique beauty called Reed Flute Cave. The same forces that shape these pillars of stone have done a more remarkable job directly above us. The landscape of Guilin is unsurpassed in all of China. Countless artists and poets have struggled to capture the unique beauty of this region. The river winds like a silver snake through these scattered dragon's teeth. I once wrote, "Whoever looks on this loses himself in eternity." We have seen many reflections of China, but the true face of China can be found in our people. We have now come full circle. Sadly, that means this is where we must part. But I hope you will return to China someday. I'll wave of the hand now, and I am gone. Lowering my head, I dream that I am home. Until we meet again. Zaijian.
Thank you for joining us today here at Reflections of China. Gather your personal belongings and exit to the doors to your left. Take your time as you depart to make sure you've got proper distance between you and the things ahead of you. And remember, you may have entered here a stranger, but you acted as a friend. Enjoy the rest of your time here at Epcot. Bye, everyone.
Is that rain? That's rain. Oh.
I don't think I've ever paid attention to those.
To the buildings here?
Yeah.
I have. This area is a walkthrough area for most folks, but there's so much to see here. It's got a 2-story they built above it. Of course, it's force perspective like usual. Every Disney is, but still, it's kind of cool. Some of the things, little details they place on the balconies. It's kind of neat. Can I have my yeah, please. They've taken half the stuff out of the store. What's the other side? Is it good? Here, can you hold them? Or else turn it off.
I want to.
What time is it? 2:08. 2:08.
I heard that I saw it.
I said that, and you said, huh? And I said, well, boy, these metal pieces hurt your nose after a while.
They should have.
They do, and that's when it hurts more. We are practicing Serenity right now. I'm just kidding. I said we're practicing Serenity right now. Good dressing. I'm always amazed how different countries treat balconies. In many other countries, balconies are more than just sitting around and looking at your view. They do their work on the balconies, many of the people. They sew, they knit, they plant gardens on their balconies, flowers. They have their birds on the balcony. Balcony, they hang their laundry. Here we don't really do anything on it except sit around and look at stuff, look out the distance or something. But balconies are like another room in some countries. They're just outside. People communicate on balconies, talk to each other on balconies. We were thinking of doing that here. Okay. Okay. I suppose on the way we can check and see about Beauty and the Beast. See how long it takes. If it takes too long, we just won't do it. How long a show is that, do you know? Are you taking it?
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Like a sign. When I met Lauren, I literally was like, "Hi, so nice to meet you. About you, like, sales, the coffee,
Counter services. What?
We had lunch with John here.
Yeah, we did. That's right. Yeah. I didn't know this place was full. This area out here is just beautiful too. There we go. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're like another room. Different ball game. They don't build these huge McMansions. Where everybody gets their own bedroom. It's as big as most living rooms. What are these guys doing here?
Something
Swiss cheese. The Alps? What's the Alps doing by China? What are they doing? That's an actual cleanup. Or a rather large puke.
It looks pretty busy over there.
Boy, it really does look busy over there.
Huh?
Look at all the people over there.
I know. It's Sunday. Doesn't look any less behind me. I love the little birds in the trees over there.
Yeah, they're still over there, aren't they, those birds? What? Okay. Yeah, I considered this shrimp good thing here.
Citrus scented.
Yeah. Where are you going? What? Okay. Stay social and like I need it. Oh, you can smell the caramel here. Ooh. I'm telling you, let me tell you, that's amazing. Okay, pet things that I love to do in World Showcase. It's like I like to stop just before you actually enter the pavilion space to peer into it, just to take a look how it looks like from a slight distance, just before you walk into it. It gives you an idea, I think a much better idea, how really cool the World Pavilions are. Just peering into that gives you a different perspective of being right on top of the building. All of them kind of give many of them, like this one and the Italy, a few others, give you that appearance of a little village. Small little village district. And it's quite lovely. Yeah, it is busier. We noticed it right away, John, on Friday night. From Friday night, yesterday and today are much busier. Wednesday and Thursday, everything was easy. But I'll tell you, the weekend, I'm assuming the locals come out in force because it is busier than bleak around here. I mean, the nice thing about World Showcase, you can still spread out a little bit, but even then, you know, you got your left brains who just have to pass you all the time. You know, it's like people on expressways, they just have to be in front no matter what. If you did 90, they'll do 100. Just to get in front of you. So, yeah, I have that. And then you still have the oblivious people who stop in the middle of the walkway and you almost run into them. Yeah, no, the typical stuff. That's still here. So people who like things to be the same, well, in some ways they are. Yeah, people. Oh, there's a celery board. Frank, Italy. Comes the Italian menu. I'm always disappointed in the Italian menus at these things. I always think that, well, okay. That's pretty typical, isn't it? Margarita flatbread and tortellini. I mean, okay. I mean, and a cannoli. Did you make this picture bigger?
Did I make this picture bigger?
I asked first.
Not that I know of, yeah.
Because it looks like it's bigger. I don't know.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's trying to go.
This is another one that's really nice, just peering into it from the walkway, because it just gives you this whole different perspective of the thing. Flounder just sent you a message. Flounder just sent you a message for safe travel home.
What did it say?
Said safe travels home. And something else. It's not on the chat. It was. But if you look at this, it's just so neat to look peer into there like that. It gives you like the plaza look that they were looking for. But if you walk into it and get on top of the buildings, you don't notice all that cool stuff quite as much. All the buildings together, put together, and the perspective you get from just peering in there, it's just really cool. Not all the pavilions do that. Morocco is totally different from that. Morocco's got all their little twists and turns, and the coolest part of their pavilion, I think, is in the back of the pavilion. Morocco gives you this impression of narrow streets and walking around, you know, a little bit of a mazy situation. It's really neat. Obviously I've expressed my love of the Moroccan Pavilion many times.
You didn't try the Regal Kingdom.
No, we didn't. We could try it next time. We didn't. See, I'm not one of the people who misses the Liberty Inn at all, so that was not a really good place to eat ever, I didn't think, but yeah, I don't know if I like the Regal either, but I'll take a change. I don't mind that they changed it here, because
The show's coming.
which show? It's too long. Do you want to go to this show? Maybe we can do it. What time is it?
2:20. We got 5 hours.
I don't want us to have a good run there. Resort. The time? I can't see the time on here. I can't see it. It's 2:20, 2:32? Wait, what? Can you see what it says there? Honey, can you see what it says, please?
What?
Can you see what the time says? I can't see it.
2:22.
It's June
What
2.
would be the janitors? We saw them the other day.
Oh, they're great. Like usual. There are only 3 of them though that day. There's more. Oh no, there's usually at least 4 of them, isn't there? I thought. I don't know. Not like I ever took attendance, but I always thought there was more than 3.
Alright, we're by the U.S. Pavilion.
We are.
Yeah. Do you need,
Next show is at 3 o'clock.
I know, do you need to rest?
No, I'm good. As long as I keep going at this leisurely pace, I'm not carrying that heavy thing on my back, I'm much better. I can carry it again soon. Oh, pretty soon I'm not going to have to carry it anymore. Thank God.
Where I usually get together over here.
Over here, you get that lobster roll. Right? Yeah. Do they have that again this year? I don't even know if they have that again this year. But they usually, this one usually doesn't change very often.
Got a pretty long line,
Oh yeah. American food. Got any American food here? This
so. Okay.
food and wine.
Friendship Village could
Got an
have
American
one
beer,
of
this
those
food and wine. Why can they do it here? I don't know.
Because not all these people are trying to get the top. What is it?
I'm trying to see what's there. Yeah, it's there. The lobster roll's there. We're just taking a quick look at the menu, honey, that's all. No biggie. Sunday.
How's it have the glory line?
It doesn't look very long at all. There's like there's one person there and nobody else in line. You want to get a category?
I just ring face.
Yeah. I know. You're gonna what? Alright, I'll just keep moving. Oops, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I was gonna stop. You know what? I've never had one. A funnel cake? I have never ever had a funnel cake. I've always said I should try one, but now I'm on this diet and I lost 90 pounds and I can't eat stuff like that anymore. So I doubt I ever will. If I do, it'll only be a taste of one. But nope, I can't say I've ever had a funnel cake. And that's surprising because when I was way overweight, I'm surprised I never had one. But didn't. Sometimes I'm disappointed by the snacks that everybody gets excited about here. Like turkey legs, I don't get it. What's the deal about turkey legs? Number one, it doesn't taste like turkey. It tastes like a smoked ham. A dry smoked ham. I guess you could say I'm not as enamored with the Japan Pavilion as I should be. Probably because they had that big honking store right in the middle of it, but it's pretty. But I think they mess with some of the perspective with these buildings they put in the middle of it. Kind of destroys the perspective of the nicer buildings behind them. The water over there is beautiful. That's really nice. Up by that restaurant, by the counter service restaurant, is gorgeous up there. It's a really nice little pleasant place to eat a meal if you like the food, which is just so-so there. You're welcome. Oh yeah, Dole Whip is definitely overhyped and overrated. Turkey legs and what's that Mexican snack everybody gets excited. Whoa, gets excited about. What is that? I forget. I don't like. I tried that once, and I said, "What's all the excitement about this?" There's some things that I just I kind of was really mad about some of the snacks people just go crazy about here. Dole Whips is definitely in there. Churro, that's it. What's the big deal about churros? Jeez. I mean, if you want some, it's a donut basically, isn't it? Rolled up donut. Yeah, it's churros. When I was much younger, when we first came, I used to take pictures of the different areas around the World Showcase to find the best illumination views. I know, weird. You don't have to do that anymore, but at the time you did. And it was fun. These two islands always messed up a lot of views of the show. And they always, where's my wife go? She caught up with me. Oh, there she is. Okay. And they always tell you, gather around the World Showcase. And I always used to say, except here, and over here. You can't go over here either because you can't see it well. This is one of those spots. These islands are, I hear that for the new show, these islands are playing a key role in the new show. And a few months ago, when our last trip, they were working feverishly on these islands, doing some work on them. So maybe that has something to do with the new show. I don't know. But they were doing a whole mess of stuff on these islands. So I'm assuming that has something to do with the new one, but I could probably be wrong. I have been wrong so often. So now we are approaching, as I have said before. I told you how much I love the China Pavilion. I really do. Actually, I think one of the most disappointing pavilions, and I don't want to be called a communist or anything, but the American Pavilion doesn't do much for me. But the China Pavilion is quite beautiful. And this one, the Moroccan, is, we're just talking my favorites, not yours. If you have, I'm sure everybody listening to me saying, or lots of people are saying he's nuts, but that's okay. We all have our favorites. And this is mine. I love the Moroccan Pavillion more than any other. And there's a lot of cool ones here. France coming up is a really nice one too. But the whole Moroccan area to me is just fantastic. I mean, here's you're going clothes shopping, you're not going to find any clothes like this anywhere else in the Disney World property. Nothing like this stuff. I mean, maybe in China you'll find a few things in Japan, but look at this. You're just not going to find anything like that. Now you peer into this pavilion and you say, oh, okay, that's nice, but... Sure, you want to sit down? I want to go in here anyhow. Why don't you sit on one of these tables here? Is that okay? Oh, okay. All right. I don't want to wash you around, but it seems a little shadier over there. I'm gonna take you into this one. This is the one pavilion, I think, that if you're gonna go into a pavilion, actually enter it, this is the one. You can see a lot of the pavilion from the walkway if you want. Most people that come to World Showcase, they don't walk into the pavilions unless they're eating there or they want to do some shopping. But otherwise, they go elsewhere. They just keep walking past them. This is a pavilion with all its interesting little nooks and crannies, all its little shop areas all over the place. Fez House, Casablanca carpets, you know. The Brass Bazaar, Lamps of Wonder. But then you come back here, much deeper in, is a very quiet area. Now, this is the entrance to Restaurant Marrakesh, which is really a pretty good restaurant. It's not bad at all. But a lot of people don't like it. They don't like the food. It's not, burgers and fries, I guess. I don't know. And it's a different palate, maybe. Certainly the spices are different for many people. The fact that they serve lamb bothers some people. I know that Marrakesh isn't open, but I read it the other day that Disney sued the restaurants here or something, or for lack of payment or something like that. I wasn't quite sure. They've Americanized their menu quite a bit here, quite frankly, but they still have some really good items. But it's beautiful back here. It's beautiful back here, this little area. Usually it's quiet, but there's a bunch of giggle pusses back here who are making fun of everything. But this is a beautiful area back here. And again, it leads into another shop, a little shop nook. I mean, it's basically all one shop in a way, but they're connected. These little shops are all connected, but there's all little nooks and crannies along here that go into another little outdoor nooks and crannies. It's a really beautiful, incredibly detailed showcase pavilion. There's a little area people don't have any idea about. I've eaten back here many times because people don't know about it. It's these tables. I've never seen anybody at these tables back here. But they have a really good counter service restaurant right over here. There's School Bell right there. But you come through this little archway here. From there's the main seating area for the the counter service restaurant. And back here are a couple tables absolutely no one knows about usually. And so if you're here and you see tables, go through this little arch right here. And there's a couple of really secluded tables in one of those areas. Anybody want to watch School Bell eat?
No.
Tangerine Cafe, very nice cafe. Very good. Again, a little unusual for counter service, but very good. Yeah, exactly. The museum, yes. This one up here he's talking about, folks. People walk right by this place all the time. And I've said that before. I've been in here a few times. And usually when I go in it, there's nobody else in it ever. But this is it right here. There's in Arabic and in English. And it's here's the main walkway right there. It's exactly to your left when you enter the pavilion. Well, there's people in here. What do you know? It's air conditioned too. They've changed the exhibit. They modernized it. Yuck. Oh man, I don't like what they've done to it at all. John, have you been in here recently? Oh man. Well, here's some of the stuff that used to be in here. Used to be the whole museum was this stuff. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Eileen did that. She doesn't. I'm zooming and I don't really notice it right away. Sorry. I had to correct some things. Now this is some of the cooler stuff, but it's all in this one little corner now. Anyhow, this used to be a much cooler place. It doesn't have near the cool stuff it used to have. The whole museum used to be some really neat stuff, some historic items. Now they got, I don't know what the hell that is in there, half the stuff. John, you been there recently? Because it's not what it used to be. It used to be much far cooler. Remember the horse they had all decorated up? It was just fantastic. Alright, I think I got it back to normal size again.
Oh, did you? Okay.
It was, yeah, it was zoomed out. John mentioned it to me too. I thought, remember I said before, is this zoomed out? And I said, well, how, you know, you got to show me how to do that the right way. Because when you're trying to do a bigger shot, you can't, you know, more panoramic shot, you can't do it. How you doing? Excellent. Another nice thing, restroom. Morocco has restrooms, I think. Now that's another nice thing about Morocco.
Is Heather on? Is that what you're...
Well, Heather knows that. I'm sure Heather knows that already. I'm sure she does. She's our restroom expert. Heather is the restroom expert. Unless she tells you there's one in Japan.
There probably is now with the new restaurant.
You know, there's a real small one at the counter service restaurant. Yeah, it is our last walk. Yeah, they really did change it, John. There's one little corner that's sort of like the old the place used to be, but now I don't know what they did. They got like racing stuff in there. It's weird.
How's that time?
It is. God, I have a hard time seeing this time, Eileen. 2:40. We better start moving over. We gotta go. People, we gotta head back to the resort. We got to be back by 3 o'clock, so we gotta get moving here.
So we'll keep streaming, but don't expect
We're gonna keep streaming, but yeah, we're not stopping. In other words,
no Beauty and the Beast sing along today.
no Beauty and the Beast sing along, and I wasn't gonna really wanted to do that anyhow. So
I figured.
it's in the French movie place. We should be showing the French movie. Some stupid sing along.
Yeah, and the Beast and the
What'd you say? What are you saying? You're mumbling at me again. I know it is, honey. But I don't think they had sing-alongs as part of the deal. Okay, the French Food and Wine Pavilion here, they have a duck dish that's really quite good. Yeah, duck confit. Very nice dish. I had it the first day we were here for lunch. It was delicious. Very delicious. It's got a like a sweet potato mash with it. Very nice. Here's the look into the French Pavilion. Again, it's always cool to look into them first. And if you can enter it, great. But take a look at it. Enjoy the view from the walkway first. Just stop and smell the roses. See, now this is weird. The friendship boats are running here, where they go, you know, they go across the lake here to the other side, to the American side, to the Future World side. Or by, where are they jumping off? England? Canada, England, somewhere around there. No, not UK. No. But they, you know, and they drop you off on the Moroccan side over here. They're running those, but the boats, the same kind of boat exactly, is not running on Crescent Lake. I don't understand that. I just don't. You can put people on the buses, but these roomy boats you cannot. It's just kind of weird to me. And here's the thing I like about the social distancing thing on the transportation issues. You can't get as many people on a bus so they don't jam pack you on it, and everybody gets to sit. There's no standing because they don't jam the buses up with people. They just put, I don't know, about 25, maybe 30, not that many people on the bus at one time, and you're all sitting. And I think, from our experience anyhow, they're sending more buses more frequently because of that. Because you can't jam a bunch of people on it. So, which is nice. And everybody gets to sit. I love that. And I don't want to sit next to other people. Anyhow. So, that's cool. I mean, sometimes I've had great experiences with people on the buses and stuff. But, other times, not so much. So, I'm okay with that. I really am. So I vote for, as far as transportation issues are concerned, I'll vote for it. The ME buses too, you know, they don't put nearly as many people on the ME buses. But they're sending them more frequently. According to the guy I talked to the other day, anyhow. I talked to the guy who was letting people, he came in from, I think he works at, he was a luggage service guy. And he went out and told people that the bus was there, the 3 o'clock bus or something. And I said to him, how do they do that now? He said they send more buses. They used to come every half hour. He said now sometimes they come every 15 minutes, depending on, of course, the crowds. He said, you got to understand, we have not nearly as many people to transport too. So it's pretty easy peasy. But I don't mind that at all, that the bus isn't full of people. It doesn't bother me one bit. As long as I can get on it, I'm good. I'm really good with that. Our last moment here. Going home. Thanks. Going home. Okay. Something I see more and more and more service dogs. Well, I'm just reminded of that when I see the dog. I see a lot of people with their dogs with them. More and more and more all the time. In the parks. And so every time there's lightning, these guys shut down. Did you know that? They shut down. I mean, they disembark the people on it, I'm sure. They don't just let them hang there. But they shut it down every time there's some lightning in the area. Which can be inconvenient for some people, like for us the other day. We were planning on taking them back, and we had to find, we were just too tired to walk. We walked there, but we didn't feel like walking back. I'm old, people. Anyhow, we said, how can we get back? They said, oh, there's a shuttle bus that runs. So we got it rather quickly, so it turned out great for us, actually. We got that quickly, right in front of the resort, so that was nice. That's a nice accident, but wow. So make sure you ask transportation people if that happens. You're counting on something like that to be operating, and it's not. Ask a transportation person what's your alternatives if you don't think you have any. You usually do. And it was great. We were just myself, Eileen, and one other couple was on that bus, that shuttle bus we took from Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
They wanted to get to
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to go to Epcot, I think. I think it runs all the Epcot resorts.
When I'm done with the money, gambling, I'm done.
It's supposed to be like the buses. I mean, like the boats. There's a round circuit between Hollywood Studios and Epcot. I think that.
There's smoking lounge.
Honey, I don't think it is a smoking lounge.
It is. When you get to Epcot smoking.
Okay, that's where it is then. Yeah, look it. I think it's pretty sad that you're willing to walk all that distance away from the park just to have a smoke.
You know about being addicted.
Yeah, I know. I think it's sad. I was sad when I did it. I didn't have to do that then, though. It wasn't that. Back then, in the 90s, well, 1996 I quit, it wasn't quite as drastic as it is now, where you couldn't smoke. You couldn't smoke in the house. But that was your law, not mine, not the state law or federal law or anything, or the whole neighborhood law or anything like that. Which was yours. Oh, Jim, yes I am. I'm 3 months from 70. And I'm starting to feel like it. Even though I lost all the weight, and that's helpful, but it's still time marches on, dude. Time marches on. Things I used to be able to do, can't quite do that anymore. But I can still do lots of things, so yeah, in a way. But I am. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome, John. It's a pleasure to do these, and you do them too, so you know. Thanks, Jim. Gravity is definitely getting stronger, Joe. Absolutely. Gravity always wins, doesn't it? Eventually, gravity always wins. You can fight it and fight it and fight it, but then resistance is futile. It is a bad situation sometimes, for sure. Honey, how do I know? They rent bikes here too, you know. So they're just tooling around the. Some people bring their own. Looks like those are their own bikes. You can tool around here on bikes. They rent them. Most people rent those Surrey bikes. So.
They're doing that.
Yeah. So it looks like those are their own bikes to me. Those don't look like resort bicycles. I was not aware you could bring your own bikes here. I guess you could. I know they let you ride bikes around here otherwise, so well, I should rent them. Ooh, look at these nasty clouds over the Swan. Look at that. That ain't looking nice. I don't know if you guys can see those clouds over there above the dance hall and above the Swan. Some nasty looking ones. And I think they're headed this way. And the wind has picked up again. What kind of khaki gourd did you get?
Melon.
Oh.
And they asked if I wanted some sweet being put on top. I was like,
Ooh.
no,
Ooh.
no.
All right.
So that would have been so sweet.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't explain.
Ooh. My former fat guy antenna just went up when you said that. Ooh. So for the first time in a long time, I could hear the music out here all the time. I swear they stopped playing it for a while, the outdoor music. They always had it indoors in the lobby, but I swear they stopped playing the outdoor music for a while. I just couldn't hear, or else I just couldn't hear it, but you could hear it before when it was busy. But now that it's back, let's just leave it at that. I can hear it again. It's beautiful, wonderful. I love the music on the boardwalk. Yeah, now and then, sure, John. There's things I used to do. I say, well, I could do that, and then I think about it. Say, no, that's not going to work. Holy crap, Eileen, we got to move. What time does it say on there?
What time does it say on there? It says 2:53.
Oh, okay. I thought it said 3:13. Our bus is picking us at 3:15, so because there's another thing, my eyes suck. I was looking at the phone, I said, oh my god, it's 3:13. Nope, 2:53. We're fine. Again, unnecessary panic, but I'm good at that. So we're going to head home in a minute. We're going to go up the steps up ahead here, claim our luggage. So we're going to bid you a fond adieu to our most recent trip, a shorter trip than usual, but an enjoyable one nonetheless. I'll give you a last little panoramic here of the lovely boardwalk area. And with that, we are going to go. We really missed some of you guys this year. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Sorry we missed you too, John, on the... on what? The hair wraps? Where's that? Oh. That's true. Wishing you a magical day is our wish. So people, take it easy. We will see you next time. Bye.